this entire offseason has been wild. I know I need to stop talking with my hands. I'll probably stop at some point, but for now it's for emphasis, because this has been a huge offseason for a team like the Las Vegas Raiders, and really a lot of other NFL teams, even my Vikings, like voice crack. I mean, they didn't exactly blow it up, but I mean, they didn't go overpay for anybody either. You know, obviously they just signed Patrick Peterson, but we're not talking about them. But today we are grading the 2022 Las Vegas Raiders NFL free agency period. I think there's a lot to take away, but I didn't really make a slide here for the key losses, or at least the losses. From what I had seen, there were guys like Derek Carrier at tight end, also Richie Incognito. Haven't heard anything about him. Deshaun Jackson as well. Jonathan Hankins and Quentin Jefferson still remain unsigned. I'm just going to run through the list here we have of courtesy of Sports Illustrated. You guys got to love him. KJ Wright, obviously he was kind of aging out. It's just kind of one of those things. Desmond Trufant. Solomon Thomas, I believe, also was a guy I thought maybe they'd bring back, but I think he's still a free agent at this point. Jordan Simmons, the guard there. Jalen Richard, whatever, running back. Also Brandon Parker. They re-signed him, so he's not on this list anymore. It was Brandon Parker, and who else was it? Illuminor, I believe it was. Yeah. So not really anybody I thought was a huge loss. I mean, Zay Jones to the Jags, I didn't love it, but also at the same time they were, you know, also. Why would you let Marcus Mariota go? Am I the only one that thinks like maybe that was a little bit like I was a little questioned? But I know, you know, Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, whatever, have a whole thing. You guys know we never get these names right, but we both know, I think all of us know, that at the end of the day, you know, he's going to come in and they're going to do what they want to do. They're going to bring in the quarterbacks they want to bring in. But I really liked Marcus Mariota, but it is what it is at this point. Marquil Lee, linebacker as well, another loss. I'm still kind of waiting to see kind of what the deal is with guys like Gerald McCoy. Nicholas Moreau went to the Bears, I believe. And then Darius Philon, I'm still waiting to kind of hear what goes on with him. So those are the key losses, or at least losses at this point. I know that they're key. Again, only a couple of players that I'm like, you know. But here are the grades for the offseason moves that this new regime of the Raiders has done. We talk about key additions here, trading for Devontae Adams, who last year had over 120 catches, over 1,500 receiving yards, and 11 touchdowns. Easy grade of an A there. Also signing offensive or outside linebacker. You see the OL, you want to say offensive line. Outside linebacker and DN stud Chandler Jones had 10.5 sacks last year. A there easily. And then you can just kind of see down the line here. We'll just run down it real quick. Also corner Anthony Averett from the Ravens had a total of 54 tackles last year. Also had 3 picks, 56.3 PFF grade. I'm kind of really interested to see what's going to be the deal with Anthony Averett. I think the Raiders might be able to find some, like they got guys like Rock Ya-Sin, also trading for Rock Ya-Sin. I forgot about that. Oops. But Rock Ya-Sin was also a big time trade. They traded Unique Ngakoue for him. You know, and I feel like, you know, Rock Ya-Sin was a guy, I think he could either come in and start right away or be a big key free agent piece for him. But like I said, there's a lot of different things going on that I feel like that this is in terms of the secondary that you really need to keep an eye out for. But like we said, Anthony Averett was one, trading for him or signing him, trading for Rock Ya-Sin, also signing by Lil Nichols, the defensive tackle from the Bears, had 3 sacks last year. I gave this one an A. Like that was kind of what I felt the Raiders needed, was like a fast-paced, penetrating defensive lineman, and I think Nichols is going to be that guy. I think that was a great value signing. What was it? 2-3 years, $5 million a year, 5.5, something like that. Love it, gotta love it. Also signing running back Brandon Bolton, I believe it was away from the Patriots. He had over 600 total yards last year, 3 touchdowns. I mean, you love it. You just get more depth, another quality piece there for Josh McDaniels in that offense. Also signing Mac Hollins, I believe away from the Jaguars, 14 catches, 223 yards, 4 touchdowns. He was more of a deep threat guy, so I'm actually kind of interested and a little bit intrigued to see what he'll do in camp in the preseason as well. Amir Abdullah, I can testify as a Vikings fan, this man is a stud, very underutilized with the Vikings, and he could be a very good special teams player, or even find his way onto the field for the Raiders and be a very underrated signing as well. Signing Darius Phillips, who had 8 total tackles last year, 62.8 PFF grade. You know, I think you're gonna more than often than not, you're probably just gonna find a solid depth piece there, but you'll love it. You absolutely need those that plethora of quality corners there. Also signing Alex Bars, had played a total of 92 offensive snaps, had a 49.0 PFF grade. Again, another depth piece. I gotta really emphasize the there. Yeah, like I said, really good depth piece there. Gave it a B overall. Also signing Jacob Johnson, fullback, had 43 total yards for the Patriots last year. I love it. I love it. Also, I think they signed Sutton Smith, fullback. That was kind of, he started out as like a defensive end, and then was like an outside linebacker with the Steelers. And the reason I know that is because my coach in college was the one who actually coached him, so I thought that was pretty neat. Also signed Garrett Gilbert, backup quarterback for Derek Carr, it looks like. Gave that one kind of a C+. Again, I would have preferred to keep Marcus Mariota, or at least kind of just see what they're going to do there, because I really would like to see him stick around. He's a really good player. And I felt like when they did give him a chance, when they did put him on the field, he was a guy that, he did surprise some people, and I'm really excited to see. Maybe they'll bring him back. I don't know what, I'm not, like I said, I'm not 100% sure what's going to go on there. But, actually, didn't the Falcons sign him? Whatever. The point is, I was really shocked to see him go. I felt like he was going to bring a lot for that offense. But overall, it is what it is at this point. You sign Gilbert and you move on. Also signing linebacker Micah Kaiser, 19 total tackles, 78.7 PFF grade last year. Gave it a B. Good linebacker depth, but Kyler Fackrell, I'm excited for that one. Guy that had 10.5 sacks a couple years ago with the Packers, had 3 sacks last year with the Chargers. All gave it an A overall. Like, we know Chandler Jones, Max Crosby, all those boys are going to get after it on the edge, but Kyler Fackrell could be a guy that nobody's like seriously taking a look at. He could be a huge, big-time signing for the Raiders down the line. Also signed Jacob Hollister, the tight end, 9 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, he's probably not going to get a lot of playing time behind guys like Foster Moreau or, arguably one of the best tight ends in the NFL, Darren Waller. Also signing defensive tackle Kyle Payco, 10 tackles, 2 sacks. I love this signing because I felt like he's a guy that's going to penetrate on the inside. That's what you absolutely love, a guy that's going to bring it from the inside, bring a little bit of pass rush, just be disruptive. That's all you want those guys to do. Also signing wide receiver Demarcus Robinson, 25 catches, 264 yards, 3 touchdowns, a touchdown. Like, this might be a sneaky good signing. Like, I know Brian Edwards, like, they either need to give him the ball a whole lot more or something needs to happen, but this could really light out a fighter under guys like Edwards also, and just really keep him on his toes, because I mean this offense is going to be explosive, and Robinson could definitely find his place very quickly in it. They also signed defensive tackle Vernon Butler, had 11 total tackles last year. Again, quality depth piece signing. I really like what they're doing here. Getting all these disruptive, all these big boys in the middle that can just get after it. You absolutely love it. Also signed safety Duron Harmon, I believe, away from the Falcons. From what I've seen, it looks like Patrick Graham really likes to play with 3 safeties, and it's really interesting. I think he could really do a lot of good things. Again, you've got Trayvon Moehrig, Jonathan Abram. You also have Duron Harmon there. I give it a B+. I think he's still got a little something left in the tank, and I'm excited to see what he does. And then finally, they signed linebacker Jayon Brown, 55 total tackles, 1 pick, 51.2 PFF grade. The thing with Jayon Brown is I really feel like he's going to be a guy this might be a very underrated signing, because you already have a guy like Denzel Perryman in the middle there, and like I said, you've got Chandler Jones, also guys like Kyler Fackrell, so that linebacking core, oh boy, that linebacking core is coming together. It's going to be fierce, and I'm really excited for the signing of Jayon Brown. I think this has been a really good free agency period for the Las Vegas Raiders. I easily give it an A. Just the signing and the trade for Devontae Adams, the signing of Chandler Jones, this is an easy A. They got a handful of guys, obviously starting off with those two. Also, I think Bilal Nichols is going to have a big-time year. Kyler Fackrell could bring a lot off the edge, too. Even guys like Kyle Payco. It just reminds me of, Pecos Bill. What's the movie? Tall Tale. Me and my wife absolutely loved it. A great movie. And also guys like Demarcus Robinson, who was another guy I gave an A for. Like I said, could find his way in that and roll in that Raiders offense. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Let us know if we missed anything. I believe we covered pretty much everything. Oh yeah, Rock Yao-Sin. I love that. I love that trade for as well. But like I said, leave us a like and a comment and down below. Also remember to leave us a listen and sub on iTunes. Remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. Leave us a comment. Know what we can do to get better. Also remember to, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think of our grading of the Las Vegas Raiders 2022 free agency period.